Today, we're talking about the 8 biggest cryptocurrency investing mistakes to avoid. Investing in cryptocurrency can be tricky, and when you're first starting out, there's plenty of traps you can fall into. Even me, I've been investing for over 10 years, and I'm guilty of falling into some of these traps. And I've seen lots of comments of people who invested, made these mistakes, and they've got nothing left. So hopefully, by sharing some of these cryptocurrency investing mistakes with you, it'll save you guys making some of these mistakes, and it'll make the whole process a lot easier and more profitable. And if you're interested in cryptocurrency and investing and want to follow my investing journey where I share all of my buys, my sells and reasons for why I'm doing it, then please subscribe and follow along for the journey. And if you can smash that like button, it'll be much appreciated. With that being said, let's dive into the video and look at mistake number 1. The biggest mistake by far that people make is doing no research and riding the hype train. If you look across social media or Reddit, you'll see plenty of coins that everybody thinks is going to go 100x, and they suggest you buy into those coins. 2 fantastic examples of that would be the Shiba Inu coin or the Dogecoin, and the people buy them because they think they're going to make 10x of their money. There's no real value and they're not really researching the coin. Now don't get me wrong, if you're lucky, this strategy can work fantastically well. And a lot of these coins, in fact even smaller coins, are called moonshots. Now for those of you who are wondering what a moonshot is, it's essentially a coin that's tiny, that's going to get boosted up in price, and you're going to make 10x, 100x on your money, which the potential of that just sounds fantastic. But the thing to bear in mind is you have to get very lucky with these coins. You need to buy them early enough so that you can make those profits. It's no good looking at a coin that's done 100x already or it's gone up 1000% and you're thinking, wow, I can make this money by investing now. The vast majority of people will have invested far too late to make those kinds of returns. So just be aware you don't buy it on the peak and lose money on the way down. And people will hate me saying that because they don't want you to say anything bad about their coin. So when you see these dislikes and negative comments, it's because they want you to buy in the coin they're already holding. Now a lot of this hype does come from YouTube, and there's a lot of people on YouTube doing this. So it's really important that you listen to YouTubers like this and not YouTubers like this. Now I don't follow too many crypto YouTubers because I know there's so much hype. People are just jumping on what they can make the most views from. For example, if I was to make a video on a tiny little coin, tell you it's going to go 100 times the price, I get so many likes and gain a lot of popularity, but I'm just not willing to do that. I've got to stay completely transparent and honest with you guys. Now the one YouTuber I do really like is Journey Crypto, and there are a few select others that are really good. Now he encourages you not to copy what he's doing, but in reality a lot of people do. And to be honest, I've copied a couple of his coins and I've made about 20% on each one, which worked really well. But he does tell you not to copy his coins. But this does come with a word of warning. Even YouTubers like him, if he mentions and tells you he's going to buy a specific coin, that coin has usually gone up about 70% in price because everybody is just buying what he's buying. And as in my case, that has worked a couple of times, it's very risky. You can easily buy too late when the price has already shot up and buy an overinflated coin. So just be careful of that. So the second mistake I want to mention to you guys is coin hopping. Now let me show you exactly what I mean by that. So for the example of this illustration, we're going to take 3 coins. We've got Ethereum, Cardano and Dogecoin. Now a person comes along and they've got $100 to invest, so they've got $100. They see Ethereum's going up and they buy into Ethereum. Hooray! Ethereum starts going down and so they sell Ethereum and they're left with $80. They see Cardano's going up and they think, well, time to buy Cardano. Cardano's going down, so they sell Cardano. They're left with $60. Now they see Dogecoin comes on, well, Dogecoin's been going up, we buy into Dogecoin. Then it starts going down, they're left with $30 because Dogecoin has just plummeted. Now, at this point, they've ended up with $30 in the account, but we take a look back at Ethereum, and Ethereum's gone up. So if they would have kept the money in Ethereum in the first place with $100, they'd now be sitting at $120 or $150. Oh well, Cardano's gone up. So that if they would have bought Cardano, maybe Cardano's at $180. So you can see by this how people swap coins so much and they just end up losing money. In this case, they started with $100, by swapping 3 different coins, they've ended up with 30. Where in fact, if they would have stuck with Ethereum, they'd now be at 150 or 180 per Cardano. And I've seen this happen so many times. People hop from coin to coin, whatever's hype, they think it's going to make money next, and they just end up with nothing. And I think that is the best way to make money with crypto. Don't panic sell, buy something that's got real value that you can hold long term. The third mistake I want to mention is people not taking profits. Now what I think is really strange with cryptocurrency on the whole, people who've made really good money seem to be in this kind of dreamland where it's not real money. It's as if the money is play money and they're just not really bothered about losing it, which is so bizarre to me. For example, the recent videos on the Dogecoin millionaire. He had over 2 million in his account, Dogecoin was doing really well and he just didn't want to take profits, which to me just seems so bizarre. He's waiting, he's holding, he's hodling and waiting for it to go to the moon. But he's already made amazing profits, so why not take some of those profits and cash out? But there is this kind of dreamland Reddit where people will hold the coin till it crashes down to the ground. I'm sure we're not all in that great position he is, but just be sensible and take some profits. And that way you can keep your risk nice and low. The fourth mistake I want to mention is the crypto pump and dump. And this is the one crypto mistake that the vast majority of traders have fallen for. And it relies on you wanting to take advantage and try and beat the system. So let me just illustrate for you exactly how this works. So for the example of this illustration, I'm going to create my own token and I'm going to call it Pineapple Token. So there's my nice little pineapple token right there. Excuse my awful drawing skills. So here is the price chart for the pineapple coin. Now, the price of this coin has been steadily going along like this for a very long time, maybe a month, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and it reaches this point. So then the evil leader of the crypto pump and dump scheme comes along, and he sees my token and thinks it's a fantastic target. So what he decides to do is take this coin and pump it to his members. So for example, a typical pump and dump scheme will probably have around 200 to 600,000 members. Now there are some that operate on a much smaller scale, but that's a general kind of range, and I've seen some with much more members than that. In fact, I was in one and they had over 1 million members between Telegram and Discord, so it just shows you the scale they operate on. So what he does then is say to all of his members, wow, this is the next target we're going to pump. So then once he's decided that this is a great target, he says to all of his members, we're going to pump a new coin at Saturday at say 10 o'clock. So all of his members are going to log on and be ready for that time. They're ready and waiting to see what to buy. What he'll then do is announce at 10 o'clock that this is the coin that he wants to pump. So all the members will be online, ready to buy, and as they buy, the price of this will shoot right up, which sounds fantastic. Well, the general idea is, so what he's saying he's going to do, he's going to buy, push it out to social media, and as the group starts buying, all of these magical outside influences are going to jump on board and help push the price of the coin up. Now in reality, this is what happens. So a typical chart simply goes like this and then it falls right off the face of the earth. Well, what happens is, him and his group of friends, whoever the leaders are, they all buy in right here. So this is the point where it's been announced and they bought in beforehand. Now I have seen with some of these pumps, they buy up to millions before it's even announced. So what they do, the group start buying in, and when it gets to here, the original people dump it. So they've made their 10 or 15 times the price, which is fantastic, but what happens to you as a regular investor? Well, they tell you to hold within 5 minutes and it's going to go up and you're going to sell at a profit. What happens is you won't be able to buy at this price. You'll try and put an offer in and you won't get this price. You'll probably buy about here. And what happens then is when you try and hold and sell, you'll end up selling somewhere down here. So you bought high and you sell low, where they bought low and they sell high. So you'll be lucky if you're able to sell a coin for a tiny loss, because you'll be waiting for it to sell because there's no more buyers, because everybody has realized what's happening. Now some people will say there's an exception to this. If you're extremely lucky, you'll be able to buy here and sell and make a profit. But in reality, this just doesn't happen. If you're not able to buy within seconds, you just won't make it. When I did it, I bought within 15 seconds and within 20 seconds I was losing money. So just be really aware of this scam and don't fall for crypto pump and dump. If you hear that, just run for the hills. Unless you're the person that's invented this group that's scamming other people, it just doesn't work. The fifth mistake I want to mention is paying way too high fees when you buy and sell cryptocurrency. Now the majority of people are going to start out buying their cryptocurrency on something like Coinbase. And while that's fine and it's a really popular company, the design is nice and easy to use, the fees are really high. So for example, you can be paying up to 4.9% on transactions in Coinbase, whereas something like Binance, you can be paying 0.1%. Fees in Binance are so small, you won't even notice them. Some of this doesn't matter because if you make so much money in cryptocurrency, it does cover the fees, but those fees do add up. There's plenty of places out there to buy cryptocurrency. The main one I would recommend is Binance. Now the reason I recommend this, it's such a big marketplace, everybody uses it, and the transaction fees are tiny. I have mentioned Coinbase in the past, and the only reason I recommend doing that is because they give you free crypto. So you get free crypto if you sign up, and you get these free lessons which also give you free crypto. So far I've had about $50-60, so that is worth doing, but then I just send that straight across to Binance and keep it there. But I'll leave links to both of those down below for you guys to take a look. Now the sixth mistake I want to mention is using leverage. So hopefully the vast majority of you guys won't have touched leverage. What this essentially means is you can trade with much more money than you have. So for example, if you invested $100, instead of that moving up or down like you were trading $100, it can move like you were trading 1,000 or even 10,000, just depending on how big your leverage is. Now, while that's great, and if it moves up, you're going to get crazy gains, but if it moves down, you'll zero out your account in literally no time. So really guys, just avoid using leverage unless you're really experienced and know what you're doing. The seventh mistake I want to mention is just not investing regularly. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you invest regularly, you buy the highs, you buy the lows, and the amount averages out. So you buy it when it's up, when it's down, and then the price you pay is a kind of average, and it's a much safer approach. Now, the much better way to do that would be buying the dips. So have some money in your account. When it dips down, buy in. When it dips down again, buy in. Buy the dips and invest on a regular basis. I'll share my complete strategy on how I invest in cryptocurrency soon, so if you're not subscribed, subscribe and stick around for that. So mistake number 8, which I hate to even have to mention, is crypto scams. So you'll see lots of scams on Facebook where people are advertising links or groups for you to join and send them crypto. And even my YouTube comments get spammed by these guys, so if you see a comment down below that goes something like this: I would have lost all of my money if it wasn't for Bitcoin mining. Oh wow, how did you get into Bitcoin mining? Well, if it wasn't for Jason Matthews on WhatsApp, I would have lost all of my money. He saved me. Oh wow, really? Well, what's his number? It's... So you'll see these comments down below. There's loads of accounts involved, so it looks quite real. There'll be a conversation going between about 10 to 20 different people. At the end, there'll be the most generic English name you've ever heard of, like John Matthews. They'll give you a WhatsApp number and just don't get involved. I hate to say it, but a lot of people fall for these scams. The amount of horror stories where people have lost all their money is unbelievable, so just watch out for those. Don't trust anybody with your money. Keep it in a secure wallet and make sure you've got the extra security measures activated in your account and you're storing it in a secure place. So there we have it guys, those are the biggest mistakes to avoid. Have you guys fallen for any other mistakes, or there's anything else you think I should have mentioned? Let me know down below and add to this video. And if you can like and share this, we'll get this to more people and stop people falling for the same traps. So as always guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.